Hi everyone, Some Gamer Dude here. There is a bit of a misconception about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters anime, that the characters in the series are either not playing the game correctly, or are blatantly ignoring the rules to do whatever they like. This is easy to understand. The game in the anime doesn't even resemble the real-world card game till Battle City. But as I said, it's a misconception. So what's the real story behind the nonsensical card game played during Duelist Kingdom? We must start with the origins of Yu-Gi-Oh!, the manga written by Kazuki Takahashi between 1996 and 2004. The original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga is actually a bit hard to find exact data on, Comic Vine being the only place you can find release dates and contents for specific Weekly Shonen Jump issues. Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself was first printed in Weekly Shonen Jump on September 30, 1996, with the chapter that introduced Magic and Wizards, the card game later called Duel Monsters, first printing on November 25, 1996. The game itself develops over the course of the original pre-Duelist Kingdom arcs, solidifying itself into its own beast during the aforementioned Duelist Kingdom arc. Having now read most of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga, the Duelist Kingdom rules make a lot more sense than people give them credit for, especially when you rip out things done for drama, such as the Catapult Turtle, monsters having flying from Magic the Gathering, and the Labyrinth. The manga even gives a full rule set at one point. It's not even terribly dissimilar to the actual game. The major changes being that starting life points are 2,000, no tribute summons, and from observation, only one attack a turn and only one spell per turn. The manga explicitly states direct attacks exist, but they are never shown till the Battle City arc, and the anime acts like they are a new rule. This actually makes cards that shift battle positions, like Stop Defense, much better, as they can help inflict damage. Ritual monsters, with the exception of the anime-exclusive Ghoul Bandit Keith vs Yugi duel, appear from nowhere, much like fusion cards. This implies that had the card game properly reflected the manga, an extra deck would have been in play since day one, rather than the fusion deck. It would have also been inclusive of any card that pops in from nowhere or transforms a card, such as the Harpy Lady Sisters, Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, and the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. Nevertheless, this form of the game would come to a close in the manga when Yugi fought Rare Hunter in chapter 153. Many know now that Bandai took a crack at producing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game prior to Konami's official card game. Released with the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime in April 1998 and finishing in October of the same year. Bandai's Yu-Gi-Oh! Was by all accounts a bad game and barely resembled the source material itself. The OCG launched with its Series 1 Volume 1 in February of 1999, completely reconfiguring the rules from both the Bandai game and the manga, being the basis of the game we know today. This had definite influence on the manga. As I said, the manga changed the game significantly with chapter 153, where Yugi dueled Rare Hunter to something more resembling real life, but with half the life points, only one summon or spell a turn, and summoning sickness for fusions. Back row sets don't count towards this limit apparently. Tribute summons, however, won't be seen until the following duel, where Joey duels Esperoba. In-universe, these rule changes are called the Super Expert rules in the manga, and are Seto Kaiba's house rules for Battle City in the anime. Unforgivable Person, chapter 153, first printed in Weekly Shonen Jump on December 6, 1999, 10 months after Series 1 Volume 1 was released. Over that span of time, Konami had released over 15 OCG products, including 6 core volumes. If it were to change, it had to be here. It couldn't be mid-story for Duelist Kingdom, and needed some explanation in the story. Duelist Kingdom was first printed on January 1st, 1998, over a year before Konami's game was first printed, predating even Bandai's game by a few months. Konami's card game was a runaway success from day one, and is still one of the big three in most regions today. It is also of note that it has been stated, though I can't find credible sources on this, that the PS1 game Forbidden Memories, originally released a year after Series 1 Volume 1 itself, December 1999, is said to be based on prototype rules for the TCG that Konami was testing. The manga drops the card game for most of its final storyline, The King's Memories, only using it for its final section, the Ceremonial Battle, which sticks to the super expert rules. From here, it's pretty obvious that this is the same story as Ho-Oh in Pokemon. Everything launched in the West at the same time, when this wasn't the case in Japan. This creates an assumption in people with no access to actual information on release dates that simply isn't true. In the case of Yu-Gi-Oh!, they are playing with the proper rules during Duelist Kingdom, Death Tea, and the original appearance of the game, because they all predate both the Konami card game and the Bandai card game. In Universe, Magic and Wizards got more and more complex with additional elements until it reflected the real-world Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game, more or less. This has been Some Gamer Dude, and thanks for watching.